I don't know about you guys, but when I see table stones, I'm like, what? Okay, let's go look at them. If you look down here, you'll see the water right down there. That's the Cape Fear River. This is in Southport. Smithville burying ground. They have the pilots. Now, the riverboat pilots were men that were hired to guide the ships from Southport up into Wilmington, because it was very dangerous. It's called the Cape Fear for a reason. And these men were excellent. They knew exactly where the shoals were and the danger zones, and they can go around it. I think this big monument right here is the one dedicated to the riverboat pilots, I believe. The ones that, I think there was a shipwreck, I believe, but we're gonna read it because I can't remember exactly. I want to get a picture of the front of the sign. There you go. The old Smithville burying ground. These grounds confirmed as a burying site in 1792 during the original town layout by first appointed commissioners Benjamin Smith, Chairman William S.B. Lord, Robert Howe, Joshua Potts, and Charles Goss, Esquires. The first stone is dated 1804. However, earlier burials are suspected, possibly dating to the construction of Fort Johnson in 1745. Okay. Yep. This monument is erected by many citizens who regret the untimely death of these pilots, who in faithful discharge of their duty were suddenly called to meet their God. The winds and the sea sing their requiem and shall forevermore. Pilots and crew of the Mary K. Sprunt were lost April 13th, 1877. 5 men. And then over here, again, 5 men, 1872. Okay, so I want to show you guys, this over here is in memory of Benjamin Smith and Robert Howe. They were 2 founding members of Southport, and they're not actually buried here. This was laid down for their memory. And there's streets here in Southport that are named after them. Well, Smith is actually was the name of the town before it was called Southport, Smithville. Tells all that he participated in, things he did, children. He died on his way to Fayetteville to represent Brunswick County in the North Carolina General Assembly. That was 1786. Now this dude, Benjamin Howe, okay, now he is an interesting character. I'm not going to go into it, but if you ever get a chance to read some of his biography, very interesting. It says he's buried here. That's the part you need to look up about how he would be buried here. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know how people always say RIP, rest in peace? As many cemeteries as I've covered and went through and been doing this for 13 years or more, whatever, I have yet to run across a stone that said RIP. I mean, they'll say a lot of things, But I really, honestly, I've never ran across an actual tombstone that said rest in peace or RIP. None of that. Now these are beautiful. Look at these. 1810, 1823. Sacred to the memory. Ooh. Oh, there's a stone broken. Philip Poulet. Yellow fever. Okay. So, do you see that? They all died at Smithville, that's Southport, of yellow fever in the fall of 1862. Her two sons, so the wife and her two sons. Thomas was 13 years old and John was 11. It doesn't say her age, but I imagine she was young. U.S. Army. The grave. Bonaparte Brown, born in Charleston, was only 12 years old. This is the wife of this guy, Mr. John Brown, sacred to the memory, who died at Smithfield August 14th, 1874 in his 83rd year. This stone is placed here by his aged and bereaved wife, the noblest work of God, an honest man. Rebecca Payton, the widow of John Brown. So I'm guessing the daughter over there, she had the son named John Brown. So must have been the grandchild. Wow, she was 103 years old. So he died in his 83rd year in 1874, and she lived to 1892. She died at Kenansville, North Carolina. She was 103. Lord. And this is the grave of Captain John Brown. Well, I guess maybe the son then. Well, he died early, 1834. This stone is placed at the instance of an aged widow and two sons. An aged widow and two sons. I'm kind of confused. I'm gonna have to look this up. We got two John Browns here. Three really, but that's a child. So we got two John Browns, and they both stones say the same thing. This stone's placed at the instance of an aged widow and two sons. And then that over there says this stone is placed here by his aged and bereaved wife. Maybe maybe their son and a grandson. He died in 74. He died in 34. He was already 78 years old. Okay. Doesn't say when he, well, I guess I could do the math. Anyway, okay, it's too hot out here for math. Okay, we'll figure that one out later. All right, moving on. Okay. I can't do math, not right now. Not even when it's cool. I don't like math. English, yes, not math. All right, what else you guys want to see? You see how these, look at this. This reminds me of like a bedpost, but it's wood. It's very old, just pure wood. But still here. Oh, check out this one. Oh, I gotta go over there. I gotta show you this other one that's for some of the commissioners that has been laid down. Look at that. Massive stone. That stone, I don't know. I guess it probably weighs, I don't know. What do y'all think how much that stone weighs? Look how big it is. Probably, do you think it weighs 5,000 pounds? What's the front look like? Gotta be careful, a lot of roots around here. Okay, there's nothing on the front. Or I guess the back, I don't know. Okay, so let me show you guys. So, that's a very, very big monument. Obelisk. And, as you can see, this one, you can see where it was. It's going. And look at this. It has 2 trees that have grown up on either side, and it has moved. It's moved the top. Gradually, it has moved it. Mary Amanda. Died 1825. Someone's tried to repair it. Oh, look. Now this is old. This reminds me of the graves in Salem, Massachusetts, where they just basically are so smooth and so worn. They're not even readable anymore. Oh, look. You can see it. Okay. Something, the memory. David Hickenshire? Something. No. I can't make that out. Okay, it's better on the camera. Hicks something. Who died in this place. They always say who died in this place, which makes me think that they weren't residents here. Or, you know, they were just passing through and they just happened to die here. Looks like he had a bout of illness. I'm gonna take a picture of this and see if I might be able to get this. It was a ship, yeah. He was on a ship called the Neptune of somewhere. State of Rhode Island, Providence. I'm gonna take a picture and see. And someone else may have already deciphered this too. It may already be online. Oh yeah. Sacred to the memory of Andrew Bowers. He died in Southport, February 19th, 1886. He was 63 years old. And look how they do like 10 months, 22 days. They get it right down to the day. And then Memory of Mary Louisa. Okay. A lot of ship captains were buried down here, and that's because, you know, they may have died on the boat, and this was the first place that they came to where they could bury the body. So I think that's the reason why you see a lot of seamen and people just maybe died on the ship and ended up, this is where they buried the body. It was the first port they came across. That's a large stone. Let's see if we can read it. Oh, it's a Celtic cross. James Thomas Harper, Annie Harper. He died 1915. She died 2 years before that, 1913. There's a child. Some more of these. Take a sin. Into North Carolina. Died at this place. Different. I've never seen one like that. Wonder if it cracked and they repaired it, because this looks like a different age. Oh, maybe it wore smooth, because this one has an inscription. It's like 1826. Look how beautiful that is. Elizabeth Taylor. A lot of captains. Let's see. Climb up here and read this. Look, those are broken. To an honored and beloved father and friend who has long stood preemptive in the benevolence, integrity, and godly piety, a beacon light in the ways of pleasantness and in the paths of peace, and whose feet will stand at last upon the mount of God, this monument is affectionately dedicated. Wow. I guess I have to go around the front to see. And I can't make out what that says. Let me go around. Okay, here we go. Captain Samuel Potter died both May 18th. Is that what it says? Died both May 18th, no, 1817, age 67. Oh, died 20th. I don't know why I kept trying to turn that into both. Died 20th May 1817, age 67. He hath walked in my statutes and hath kept my judgments to deal truly. He is just. He shall surely live, saith the Lord God. He died in California and was buried here. I'm guessing that this, ooh, is that a black widow? Do you guys, can you see it? Where did it go? That's a black widow, isn't it? It's got a red dot. Yep, let me get up and out of here. Not about that life today, or any day. Okay, all right. I think it's about time to roll out of here. One last glance around. Okay guys, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe if you haven't, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them to the best I can find out. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to figure it out for you. Keep seeking. Bye guys.